Hi, I'm Andrew Byrne. I'm a sales engineer from Squiz. Thanks for joining me today for our drop-in demo. Every website, portal, or online experience has a purpose. It could be your online store or a service-based website just trying to engage your users. Regardless, you're trying to actually convert with your users. Without personalization, the user's experience remains the same for everyone. Regardless of who the user is, they get one narrow experience. Now, more and more users are expecting personalization to have that intuitive experience, and they're getting it from everywhere else on the internet. We also gain valuable insights into our customers once we begin to consider personalization. Insights that can be highly actionable. Of course, without actually starting to use personalization and developing the comparisons, you're never going to know if you could be providing a more intuitive experience that converts your users. So in today's agenda, we're going to cover how the DXP can track users' behavior, how that behavior data is used to personalize and increase conversions, and how converted users can enjoy a better experience and more targeted content from the DXP. So just a little housekeeping. This webinar is being recorded. You'll receive a copy via your email. Please submit any questions that you have during the briefing into the Ask a Question bar anytime during the session. We'll be answering your questions at the end. So in today's session, I'll walk through a user's journey using a travel site example, but this could be replicated across any site. We'll register interest for travel updates and we'll become members. I'll show you how we can use segments to actually identify and target users better in the conversion funnel. So first, let's start with a multi-channel campaign. We've launched this and we want to drive more travel bookings to the site. In this example, we're just using one of the pathways that users might look at an external social media channel such as TikTok. Knowing where you acquired your users from is a great first step in your segmentation. We know that they're into social media and we know that they're coming from TikTok. Next, we give our users the option to tell us their interests. If a user selects Europe, they can get content personalized to their interests immediately. We can provide this information to them and also personalize the rest of their journey. Next, we can go ahead and prompt the users for more information, the when, who, why, where we're traveling, etc. This information is captured and their engagement gives us valuable information about where they are in their journey and through the conversion cycle. Each time we're asking them to select a choice, we're gaining information not only for your CRM, but also for use in personalization of the DXP experience. So this is just an example, but there are lots of ways that we can refine what we know about the user by engaging them and their interests and prompting them with more questions. And that's it. With our users completing just a few simple details, we've signed them up for the Squiz travel rewards, and we can use this data in the CDP, the CRM, to send them notifications, emails with customized marketing deals based on their destination and dates. But let's take a look in the back end of the DXP and see how we use this data. In the DXP console, we can see here we've got all our different DXP tools, including the customer data platform. Part of the customer data platform is our events feed. The events feed is very similar to any other data tracking tools that you might see, like Google Analytics, where we can track both client-side events or page views or any other part of the URL that we're interested in. The primary difference that you'll find with our events feed is that the data that we're capturing here can be used directly in the user interface through our segmentation to actually deliver the personalization that we're trying to achieve. So let's take a look at the segmentation screen. Segmentation is essentially groups or cohorts of users, and they can be based on one or more user event that may have occurred. So in the simplest case, a user has clicked on the Europe flag, and that's registered their interest in the Europe category. Lastly, while we're in the back end, we'll take a quick look at the integration tools. The integration flows are a great way for us to share the data that we've collected from events and segmentation and synchronize that with your CRM or other business tools. So I've just shown you how we can capture data, immediately personalize, use that data for audience segmentation, and synchronize data with your CRM and business tools. So now let's take a look at portals. The DXP enables authenticated personalization, offering returning users a highly customized dashboard experience. Users can log in, update their details, and access tailored content and offers, enhancing their experience and increasing upsell opportunities. So now we're a registered member of Squiz Travel Rewards, we can easily log into the same DXP system as a member. The data that we gained from the initial visits we added during the registrations is all available to allow us to segment that user and personalize their experience. And we can share with them relevant information directly based on that personalized data. We can segment them and show regional information. We can show group travel options, help them with landmarks and attractions to visit, and even pick the best carriers to fly with. Let's look and see how easy it is to create a personalized experience specifically for our European travelers. Currently there is a call to action. It's a generic one for all users entering the system. We can also see the account dashboard, and here we've created an automatically configured dashboard. So the personalization occurs without any configuration. There's no need for us to touch this. The call to action, however, we might want to change with personalized messages specifically for campaigns. We can personalize this block by selecting a segment that we've already set up to target those European travelers. Once we select our segment and turn on personalization, we can see the block highlights a different color. Selecting our segment, we can then go ahead and add a component. This can be another call to action or another component entirely. For our call to action, we'll add a new image and some content. Now we can specifically and securely target this user group with exclusive offers for European travel. Our preview lets us see exactly what it's going to look like for our end user. And we can even go ahead and jump out into a full screen view to see exactly what it looks like in our browser. So today we covered how we can use the DXP to collect user information through forms and simple user interactions. We can target users with the content we know that they're most interested in. We can provide users with a secure and functional portal that offers them real value. And we can synchronize that data with your CRM or other business tools so that you can get the most out of your omni-channel marketing. And that's it, the end of the demo. Look, we're going to be running live demos like this going forward. If you've enjoyed this session, please share them with your team and network so they can attend the next one. Check your inbox for the follow-up email with details on future demos like this and other use cases. If you're keen on a more custom demo or something specific to your needs, we'd love to do one, so just drop us an email at ask.squiz.net. Now let's go to any questions.
Okay. So we have got a few questions, and thanks for that. Let me just start organizing this so we can go through it. Okay, so we've been asked what types of user attributes and behaviors can be used for personalization. So we can probably split that up into two sections, attributes and behaviors, obviously. So attributes are definitely part of the profile that we'll be building. So within the personalization, we have our CDP, we have our single customer view. And so with the attributes, we can essentially create a schema that's custom within the CDP, and we can store any values that we'd like in there. So that could be just user profile data, names, emails, etc. Whatever you need to store and synchronize back with the rest of your systems, your CRM or other business tools. So we can fully customize those attributes. So there's no real restriction on what we're going to be putting in there. Obviously, PII and privacy is a consideration. So just we just need to consider that data that you want to store. In terms of behaviors, so we could have a number of different behaviors that we can actually access. I guess the default for the CDP will be things like your page views. So there could be the end of a form submission process, or it could be something like an interaction. Those interactions, we'd want to get a developer involved potentially, but the interaction could be something like clicking on a button to expose a phone number or some kind of other client-side interaction there that we want to track. So yeah, like those behaviors, they could be anything as well, from adding a GTM, like a Google Tag Manager, so we can actually see someone coming in from social media as well. So that anything that we can see in the URL, anything that we can run with a client-side action, we can actually track as a behavior. So got a lot of flexibility. So I'll just answer that one and move on. How easy is it for non-technical users to create and manage personalization rules? Look, as I said, there's a couple of parts to that. We've got our behaviors, our event tracking, and how we manage those events. For the simple things, it's pretty straightforward, I guess, for us to create a GTM tag and track an event like a page. Very, very straightforward. Again, we might have a developer if we want to get more complex around the client-side tracking. We really want to track something specific about an interaction there. But ultimately, yeah, we can as a marketing team, communications team, developer, just through the UI within the Squiz DXP, we can set up those events. And then the segments are absolutely available to anyone. So once we've got some default events set up, accessing particular pages or events, we can create as many various segments off that as we like. So we use our events to essentially create those different user groups and cohorts, segments, however, whatever you'd like to call them. And yeah, it's really then easy to grab them from the drop-down list, as you saw in the purple box, and assign particular personalized content to that user group. So yeah, pretty easy. Let's answer that one. Okay, so how does the platform measure the effectiveness of personalization efforts? Right. So we've got again, it ties into what you're already doing and what you're already using. So as we know, there's lots of analytics and tracking tools out there. The Google Analytics is obviously a pretty standard, ubiquitous kind of platform that everybody is tracking data on these days. So you can certainly continue to use your conversion goals and metrics through Google Analytics to see how that personalization is working. And we can send customized events out to Google so that you can see the differences between different personalization efforts. So we can track if a page has been personalized for you through Google. But we can also we're also adding additional tracking and user journey analysis to the DXP. So you'll be able to look at those custom results through our user journey tools that are in beta at the moment. So we'll probably see those appearing in your DXP optimization section soon. So you'll be able to get some more information about how you're tracking those personalization there. So we didn't see this, but we're asking how we can demonstrate A/B testing capabilities for personalized content. So I'm not going to be able to run a demo for you now because we just want to get through some of these questions, but absolutely we can show you how that works. essentially where you saw your personalized block come up with the little purple banner, we can drop in a A/B test inside that personalization block as well. So not only can we personalize for a group, and because we may only have something like staff or students or members or members of a for Europe or members for America that we're trying to target. So we might have quite a simple set of personalization segments, and for each one of those, we can then kind of start tuning that message to see what was the name on the button or what was the banner message that was the most effective to help them convert. And of course, the A/B testing has got analytics built into it. But yeah, we can absolutely demonstrate that. Reach out, ask at Squiz, or just jump onto the website and we can provide you with a demo for that. Okay, so how does Squiz handle the login side? Yeah, absolutely. So Squiz does handle login. We manage all of the sites, so we can essentially have intranet, portal, public website, all on the same instance. And we have quite a diverse permission model. So we can create very granular permissions right down to blocks of content or sites, sections of sites, etc. So it's very, very flexible as to how we manage the authentication, how we manage the content separation, etc. Really, it's just a process of what's the content you've got, what are the experiences that you're trying to build. Have a chat to one of our team, and we can absolutely set you up with a structure for your system that will adapt to any of one of those different models. Because yeah, we have customers that run intranets and public sites. We have customers that run student portals, staff portals, all kinds of different combinations of sites all on the one platform. And with our CDN, we are moving to managing a lot of our login functionality there. So we're really highly performant in terms of how we can deliver that session securely for lots of users. Okay, so hopefully that answers that one. So how does the system integrate with existing customer data on CRMs and data platforms? Okay. So the iPaaS is just how we connect with the other third-party systems. The iPaaS gives us that observability, so we know what we're connected to because we can physically see those flows. We're not looking at a developer's code trying to figure out what it does. And we've got that change management. We can link up lots of different systems. And should you change a CRM at some point, where technical terms, maybe we're abstracting the DXP through the iPaaS to any of the other systems that you're connecting to. So you can pretty easily start changing those systems if you need to. So the DXP can adapt to how you're growing. And the flows within the iPaaS allow us to grab data from potentially multiple different systems and bring that back into the single customer view. So where we had our attributes, first question, we can essentially build out that schema of attributes, everything that we want to use to build that end user's experience. And then we can grab that data if it's existing in a CRM or a database, pull it all back into that one profile, and we can use that to then personalize that experience based on what we know. The other way that we were looking at today was obviously gathering that behavior information and using that to build the profile. So we can, I guess, meet in the middle with the single customer view and bring behaviors and known data into one place. Okay, so are we planning on using AI? Yes, everybody loves AI. Absolutely, we are planning on using AI. We have an AI development team working right now on integrating AI into things like chatbots. So we're already working quite hard onto chatbots. We've already built integrations with our content, which again are in beta. So tone of voice and the ability to actually tune your content to a particular brand, or our TikTok or social media users have very different expectations of their content. So being able to track a user and then have an author actually change the language and tone of voice in our personalization for a specific user group. We can also use it to help maintain brand consistency, and you'll be able to control all of those with your custom instructions. So it's your AI living in a secure LLM. So your data, and you can train it and instruct it how to work how you like. So there's that, and there's a lot more coming. We have some really exciting plans for AI. Obviously, you can find on the Squiz website our roadmap, so you can check out the squiz.net/roadmap, I believe. As simple as that. And yeah, you can see all of those new features. We obviously make that roadmap public so everybody can get in and see what's coming soon. So how do we use and apply anonymous personalization? So anonymous personalization, as you saw there, we can track. We have a consent banner which is built into the DXP, or you can use, some people use third-party consent banners. All we need to do is hit an endpoint, and with that banner, basically just say that you're you would allowing the tracking of your anonymous data. And then the CDP will start working. So it will start picking up on those page views. It'll start picking up on any user interactions that we've configured in the events. And those events obviously form the part of the segmentation and personalization. So the anonymous personalization has a time limit in terms of the session. So we will hold on to that user data, and as long as the user continues to maintain their browser, they're not clearing and destroying all the cookies, etc., for our site, that will stay in the DXP for, I believe, up to 60 days for an anonymous user, unless we are converting them into a logged in user, and then we can obviously build a profile within the single customer view, and we can maintain that data persistently once they've logged in as well. But yeah, for anonymous users, it's all out of the box. Just as long as we have their consent, we can start tracking them and personalizing that experience. So yeah, no different to what you saw today. It could have been all anonymous. That was excellent. You've been listening to me for a while now. Again, it's popped up in the chat if you have any more questions, because we've come to the end of our QA there. So throw them out into ask.squiz.net. Yeah, check out some of the DXP capabilities on the website. If you need further details, or you'd like to get something, figure out how we could actually integrate this with your particular use cases, yeah, feel free to organize a demo and we can come and have a chat. Thank you for attending. Thanks for your time.